Good evening and welcome to a new and exciting episode of Hala Kuwait. I'm Rita Abdu and we have a great episode ahead of us with amazing guests and reports. This evening I'm joined by my co-host Mohammed. How are you, Mohammed?
How are you, Rita? And good evening to you, and good evening to you, dear viewers. We prepared for you a very special content this evening, including reports and guests to talk about different topics from different fields. Let's not forget about these segments and about our guest this evening who will enlighten us about different and valuable information. First, we have a report with our first guest of the evening. She's Dr. Anwar Al-Ibrahim. So let's have a brief look at this report and be right back. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for the next guest.
In today's episode of Hala Kuwait, we are honored to host a distinguished guest, Dr. Anwar Al-Ibrahim, a leading figure in civil engineering and academia. Dr. Al-Ibrahim holds a PhD in civil engineering from North Carolina State University, adding to an impressive academic portfolio that includes a Master of Science in Civil Engineering from Oregon State University and a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering from Kuwait University. Dr. Anwar Al-Ibrahim's career in education and civil engineering spans nearly 2 decades. Since 2006, she has been a vital faculty member at Kuwait University's College of Engineering and Petroleum. Her contributions extend far beyond the classroom. Dr. Al-Ibrahim plays a crucial role in shaping Kuwait's future engineers through her leadership and mentorship. One of her key responsibilities is serving as the Assistant Director for the Construction Program, where she oversees the development of large-scale projects, including the construction of Kuwait University's new campus in Shidadiyah. Since February 2013, her expertise has been instrumental in ensuring the successful planning and execution of this massive infrastructure project. Dr. Ibrahim's experience also includes her tenure as the Assistant Vice Dean for Planning at Kuwait University between 2008 and 2010. Her work in this capacity demonstrates her ability to balance administrative duties with her technical expertise, contributing to the strategic development and planning within the university. Dr. Anwar Al-Ibrahim's impressive career reflects her passion for engineering and education, making her a role model for aspiring engineers and a key player in Kuwait's academic and infrastructural growth. We look forward to discussing her journey, insights, and the future of civil engineering in Kuwait.
Welcome back, dear viewers, and our first guest of the evening is Dr. Anwar Al-Ibrahim, Assistant Professor at the College of Engineering and Petroleum at Kuwait University. Doctor, welcome to Hala Kuwait. It's really a pleasure to have you with us this evening, and it's Hala Kuwait welcoming everyone in your field and everyone who's sharing with us an interesting subject.
Thank you so much for having me today,
It's a pleasure.
And a warm welcome is to the viewers that are tuning in.
Definitely. Doctor, you are well known, mashallah, for your field, and also you've been a faculty member at Kuwait University for almost 2 decades. We would like to know, like, especially in the College of Engineering and Petroleum, and you have this experience. Could you please tell us more about the specific courses you teach and how they align with current industry needs? Sometimes students, they hear about you, they're excited to take a course with you, but it might cause some conflicts with their major. So please tell them how they join your classes.
Actually, I teach a couple of classes at the Department of Civil Engineering in Kuwait University, but with a focus in construction management. So mainly I do teach civil engineering, but the focus is in construction management.
That's great.
The courses that we offer are designed to set the student with a strong foundation, give them the available tools that they need to be able to succeed in the industry. What we offer, the classes that we offer, or they're designed in a way where we give them the fundamental principles, and also through the classes and the lectures, and then they can implement them using their projects and also their capstone design. We teach construction management, cost estimate, contracts and legal aspects, construction technology and capstone, and we offer also other electives. So mainly those are the classes, and as I said, through those classes they gain the foundations and the tools necessary for them to be. They won't be professional, but they will have great tools to start their career in the civil engineering.
Definitely, they're doing their best, and I believe your students specifically, they know when it comes to civil engineering and how it plays a vital role in shaping the infrastructure and national development. In our lovely country, Kuwait, we always look forward, and we believe that this field is particularly important for Kuwait's future, especially when it comes to sustainability and growth. What can you tell us about it?
Well, as civil engineers, and everyone knows Kuwait is growing, and as civil engineers we play a great role in that aspect, and in through sustainability too. Usually, as you know now, while Kuwait is growing, we require a strong infrastructure. When I say infrastructure, I mean roads, bridges, water supply systems, power plants, the public traffic network. So all these are mainly designed and constructed by civil engineers. So civil engineering is an important field and will always be wanted. And if you have a reliable infrastructure, then that's going to be the backbone for any growing economy, and that will impact Kuwait positively.
Definitely. And also we'd like to talk about your role when it comes to the construction program and your role as an assistant director for it. You've seen significant projects like New Kuwait University campus, and Shadadi, we were talking about it before we went on air, and how the building or the campus looks really amazing and beautiful, and also the impacting the students and the country's long-term infrastructure. Also when it comes to the country's development, the students who are in the campus, the faculty members, everyone working, studying at this place. And let's talk more about the long-term infrastructure and the educational system, how it can affect it.
I remember when I joined the construction program to work with the team in realizing this national project.
You're proud of it?
Oh, very, very proud of it. But I remember when I joined there was so much negativity around it, whether from the community, whether from my fellow colleagues, and also from the student. Nobody believed that this project would be completed and see the light. I used to tell them, they used to tell me, why do we need such buildings? Why are we investing in such buildings?
Such a challenging question.
Yes, and I kept on telling them, you cannot develop the university to be in a better place or require Kuwait University to compete globally if you don't have the proper infrastructure for it. Kuwait University was built on preset high school buildings, so there was never the proper buildings for each faculty in Kuwait University. So when this campus was designed, it was designed to cater for all the needs of different growing faculties. And now that we have completed the project, you could see the impact on the students, on research, on collaboration with entities,
That's great.
and it will impact on the rank of Kuwait University. So at the end, this infrastructure or that building has set a benchmark, a new benchmark for the education facilities, and has provided great spaces for research and for innovation for Kuwait University and for the whole community.
Exactly. Let's go more in depth when it comes to your students. Sometimes you might not have the time to tell notes about the students and how much you're proud of them and their interaction with you during the class, or any projects you give to them, or any, let's say, homework, or they're old
Homework,
enough.
assignment,
At least it can be assignment. Yeah, it's more adult. When you
It's
say
both.
assignment,
It goes both
definitely,
ways.
So you worked closely with the students, and a wide range of students for 2 decades, almost 2 decades. So tell us more about the patterns and trends have you observed in terms of student interest, commitment, or innovative thinking in civil engineering? Because you know it's challenging these days to make the students get engaged with the curriculum and with their projects to finish, so they can graduate with good grades and good GPA.
Well, from my experience working with students, and I really do work very close with the students, I always believe that if you treat them well, they give you good results. I always believed in that. Now, with the coming years, I started seeing a trend of you have to put more energy in the class to pull their interest. The thing is to instigate their interest. The same students of my times are the same students that we're having today and that we're going to have in the future. It's
That's
just
interesting.
the environment that changed and the way of learning has changed. So if you are not up to date with that, you're going to lose
Definitely.
the students. But what I've noticed, they're very sharp, very interested in technologies, but you have to instigate them. They won't be there alone. So if you start pulling the interest or bringing interest to them, they will be working very hard, and they will surpass you with their knowledge and their abilities. But if you are there to give the class just to provide them with the science only, then you will not get out of them whatever is there for them to bring out to learn. So at the end, if I want my students to be at the levels, let's say the international universities, the professor has a big role in doing that.
Definitely. Let's go back in time. When Anwar, before she's a doctor and before she's in the engineering field or studying anything, when you were in high school, after you graduated, you know this gap before you go and assign and apply for different universities. Sometimes it's challenging to choose your path.
Yeah.
And I believe back then you heard, it's still now, like they're always saying that engineering is a male-dominant field. So, and why you want to go there? Like, you will have a lot of challenges. Maybe you will not like it because engineering mostly is for, some people claim it's only for male or male-dominated place. So what challenges have you faced throughout your career? I would like to mention also, I would like you to mention, when you graduated from high school, what made you decide to join engineering, and how you managed to overcome any challenges you might face when it comes to the, let's say, the environment and how you studied engineering? Tell us. Let's go back to high school.
Okay.
The last day of exam.
I think we're very lucky in Kuwait, because I don't think in Kuwait we do feel this. And I'm talking about since I graduated in 1993. And this is something I'm so proud of my country, and I feel blessed to be in Kuwait, because I've never felt that type of pressure. So when I graduated and I decided to pursue my undergraduate degree, I was thinking to go to Italy, to study abroad. Actually, I wanted to study abroad, but then my dad only gave me the possibility to study in Italy, because that's where my mom's from. So to be safe.
It's more safe, and
yeah,
like the
with
atmosphere
family
there.
So the only thing that came to my mind, Italy, that's architecture. So I decided I'm going to do architecture in Italy. At the last minute, I think I was hit by homesick, so I decided I'm not going to go. When
You never joined there?
No. I actually went there for like a week experience, and I didn't like it, so I decided I'm going to cancel the idea and just stay in Kuwait. In Kuwait at that time, there was no architecture. Still, the department was not established. So the closest thing to it was civil engineering.
Exactly.
Applied, high GPA, I got accepted from my first choice. And never regretted it. Went all the way through my third year, decided to pursue my master and PhD. So it hit me when I went for my master's. And I remember the first day I joined the class, I entered the class and I was the only female. I'm talking now the States. When I used to be in Kuwait, there was a big number of females doing civil engineering. When I was there, I was the only female in class. And I wondered why. Why in the States, where they claim that women can enter any field, there was no females, while in Kuwait, where they say that it's a male-dominant country, we have more females. Then I found out that the nature of the job in the States is totally different than Kuwait. In the States, usually when you graduate, you start the ladder from bottom, so you start in the contracting field. And in the contracting field, you have to work hand in hand with workers, which are a little bit rough to deal with. So usually the female has to be with a strong personality to be able. In Kuwait, usually when you graduate as civil engineer, you always are placed in an owner representative position. So it's always a desk job.
Exactly.
So it's a nice and neat job. So by the end, I personally, even when I went to construction after my PhD, when I joined the Ashdadia project, I don't remember that I was faced with any type of uncomfortable situation because I'm a female.
Well, that's really great.
But that's my experience.
Yeah, it's a great experience and such a great story that a lot of young women will get inspired by. Of course, you meet with students every day, especially young women who just graduated from high school and joined your college, and you teach them, and also you give seminars, any coursework that is outside Kuwait University. Even during this interview, you keep inspiring young women. Young women hear more from Dr. Anwar. So what can Dr. Anwar say to the young women who aspire to enter and be succeeded and have achieved success in engineering, especially those who may feel intimidated by the gender imbalance in the industry? Sometimes when you shared the story with us regarding how the difference between the USA and Kuwait, and you really proved that it's just something people talk about but might be not true. Mostly it's not true. Just let's say they're imagining it's a male
Stereotyping.
Yeah. So what can you tell them?
What can I tell them? I'll just tell them not to be intimidated in any field, not just engineering. I believe that each one of them, male or female, they were born to be special. And being in the field, working as hard as you can, you bring in your qualities. Just keep on working hard. Just keep on moving and keep on being resilient and never stop. And if you do mistake, just learn from them. Try to find help if you need. Create your own network that will support you. And just keep on working. Just keep working with good ethics and responsibility. And I don't think they will be faced with any problem. Just be proud of who you are and believe that you will bring in something in that field.
Definitely. When it comes to the daily routine and going to work daily, people say, I hope it's not stereotyping because I think it's something positive. They say you cannot beat engineers in two things, with their fashion, their style, and also their time management. So how do you balance these different aspects of your career, like when it comes to time management, and how you have these experience shaping your approach to both education and also civil engineering? Mm-hmm. It's challenging.
It is challenging, and it's very challenging. It was even more challenging when I started the construction part of my life because I did 9 years of construction.
That's great.
With the family, with the social life, and teaching, and at the same time working. I'll tell you what, I think saying time management is very sophisticated. You get those days that you cannot manage. You get those days that you just can't manage. Something will come over the other.
Exactly.
But it's okay. I always believe God just gives you the right weight for the right shoulders you have.
Exactly.
Just believe in that, and don't get not depressed, but don't get discouraged whenever you see the load getting heavier. It's going to pass, and you're going to learn. To me, I remember those days that I had to prioritize work on family, and I remember those days that I had to prioritize family on work. It's never easy to balance, and it's okay if you can't. And if time goes back, I'll do the same thing again. But if from every stage of your life, whether you concentrate on your career or your family, you will learn something and you will gain something. We do mistakes. Everybody does mistakes.
Definitely.
It's normal. So just believe that there is no perfect life to everyone.
Exactly. Well, that's really inspiring, Dr. Anwar. And we're wondering also when it comes to your career, mashallah, such a great achievement and success, and a story to tell and share with everyone to get inspired by it. Finally, like before we end this inspiring and amazing interview, we'd like to know more about Dr. Anwar's vision for the future and how she wants to keep her legacy and share her legacy, how she can see her legacy back then after ages, how she wants people to remember her as, and behind through her work also in civil engineering, and both as a Dr. Anwar as an educator and a leader in her field. Tell us more. How do you see it in the future for generations?
I just think, personally, I don't focus on leaving a legacy. I just believe that I work hard and I keep a high standard of ethics and commitment. I believe that if you stay focused in what you do and you have a high standard of integrity and you keep on leaving a positive impact in your job, legacy will come naturally. My priority now is just working hard, and I believe that results, they're going to speak for themselves.
Well, that's really inspiring. Thank you so much for your time, Doctor. It's really a pleasure to have you here with us this evening on Hala Kuwait, and we wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. The viewers, we just had with us Dr. Anwar Al-Ibrahim, and we would thank her for sharing her valuable insights and also the incredible work she did and shaped the future of civil engineering in Kuwait. It's been truly inspiring to hear about her journey and the impact she left and she's still making such in a vital field. Let's go now to share with you the second report of the evening. It's about our next guest, Ali Dashti. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for the next guest.
Our next guest is Ali Dashti, a distinguished computer engineer graduate who has dedicated his time to leveraging technology to address real-world challenges. With a strong background in artificial intelligence, Ali's passion lies in improving healthcare through innovative solutions that make a tangible difference in people's lives. One of his most notable contributions is the groundbreaking project iPancreas, an AI-driven system designed to revolutionize diabetes management. This innovative tool simplifies and automates insulin dosing, helping diabetic patients around the world better manage their condition. Ali's work is an example of his commitment to using advanced technology to tackle critical health issues. Through iPancreas, he aims to improve the quality of life for those living with diabetes, making the daily management of the disease easier and more efficient. His vision extends far beyond this one project. He believes in a future where technology empowers individuals to lead healthier, more independent lives.
Dear viewers, welcome back from this report, and we have been joined by our second guest for this evening, the computer engineer Ali Dashti. Good evening, Ali, and welcome to Hala Kuwait.
Good evening, thank you for having me. I would like to thank producer Abdulaziz for allowing us and giving us the opportunity. I would like to thank you as well. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. So today we're going to be talking about AI, and of course we're all learning about it all the time.
Yes.
But in the beginning, can you tell us a bit about your background in computer engineering?
Okay, so as far as the background goes, just like any regular student in Kuwait University, all the majors, especially computer engineering,
Amazing.
we have different paths. We have hardware and software paths to study, and then we have a small electrical path. Before that, we have some, let's say, semesters or courses that are in common between all the majors that we can
Nice.
take. So this is the journey.
So how did you actually become interested in AI, especially when it comes to solving challenges when it comes to healthcare? Because I've spoken about AI in different sectors, but in healthcare, this is my first time hearing about it.
Yes. So AI stands for artificial intelligence.
Of course.
Yes. So artificial intelligence, the end goal for artificial intelligence is to maybe replace humans, because humans have the let's say natural or normal intelligence,
Right.
and then the artificial intelligence, just like maybe ChatGPT, which is an open AI, it's a many databases connected to one point, which mimic the behavior of a human to respond.
Exactly.
A wise human, a human with knowledge.
A human with a lot of knowledge.
With a lot
actually.
of knowledge, with many X number of brains connected together in one point.
Exactly.
So this is what's interesting in artificial intelligence. There are different branches we're going to speak about, inshallah.
Definitely.
So that's what's interesting in the field of AI.
I think that's pretty amazing, because from the beginning you actually came up with an amazing project, which is iPancreas.
Yes.
That is actually designed to work on diabetes management.
Yes.
Tell me about it. How did you come up with that idea?
Okay, so it was a coincidence a little bit, because we were going with another project.
Yes.
It was a smart glass, also for blind people or people that cannot hear. It was an idea that was done before. So we switched. We adjusted the idea in maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Nice.
And we went with the iPancreas. Our engineer, Maryam Al-Jama, I would like to thank her, and also the supervisor and instructor, or Dr. Khalid Al-Zamil. They were supervising the project.
Amazing.
So she told us about the idea, and we went with it regarding type 1 diabetes. Because we have different types, we focused on type 1. That we're
Definitely.
going to speak about, inshallah.
I think that is very interesting. How does it actually work? That's what I'm interested to know about. How does it actually simplify
Yes.
the insulin dosing? Because I know this could be an issue for a lot of people dealing with diabetes.
In our field of computer engineering, we do not invent something new. It could be done, but
Yes.
we collect things in one application, let's say, to make things easier. So what we have done in the field of AI, let's say AI is on top. There are many different branches under AI. One of them is machine learning.
Yes.
We use machine learning. We taught the machine, just like you teach a baby, to tell the difference. This is an example, to tell the difference between two objects,
Right.
maybe a cat or a dog. So you show the baby different pictures or different dogs and different cats. So they can tell the difference at the end. So using the machine or the computer, we have input and output.
Yes.
So we input many data sets or photos of cats and dogs, let's say, In our case, we used Kuwaiti dishes that the patient would eat.
Right.
So we inputted many different pictures, and the output would be the machine understanding that this is maybe, let's say, rahash or gaimat, for example.
Amazing.
Yeah, so many different pictures.
Because usually, even when we're looking up something as simple as calories online,
Yes.
finding the Kuwaiti dishes is practically impossible.
Yes,
So being able to have that through iPancreas is
Exactly.
truly amazing.
this is another feature also.
Definitely.
Different features in the
To
same
actually
application.
know the calories.
Yeah, it
Oh, wow.
extracts the number of calories using, let's say, an API
Mhm.
programming interface. I believe an authenticated programming interface.
Amazing.
It sends network requests to another website, extracts the nutrient facts, and gets the calories or the number of carbohydrates in order to calculate the dose for insulin dosing.
Definitely.
Yes.
Of course, we're going to be continuing our
Sure.
conversation, Ali, but dear viewers, we're going to be going to a fast break and we'll be right back with Ali Dashti. We are back and continuing our episode with you this evening of Hala Kuwait with our guest Ali Dashti, the computer engineer. So right before the break, we spoke about how iPancreas does simplify the lives of many patients when
Yes.
it comes to diabetes. But I'm sure to develop something that hard, you would have gone through so many challenges.
Yes.
What are the challenges and how did you overcome them?
Okay, so I believe Dr. Anwar, before this interview, mentioned the capstone design. Capstone
Yes.
design is a little bit different between the majors. In our case, computer engineering, we have 2 semesters, 2 courses, so 1 whole year. Before that, we register the course just like any other, let's say, course, just like calculus, for example.
Perfect.
So the challenge or the disadvantage that could happen, people don't know each other in the same group or the same team. So they could be, the groups could be randomized.
Right.
So the lack of communication between them is a huge factor. Or in our case, we knew each other.
That's amazing.
Yes, we registered together at the same time.
Perfect.
Some were older, some were younger, but we registered and we had some communication, a lack of communication between the leader and some members.
Yes.
I would like to thank Abdurrahman Al-Brady. He was our leader, engineer Abdurrahman. Sometimes he told me, talk to this guy, talk to your partner. What is he doing?
Right.
He's not working, for example. So we overcame in this whole year, and it was a really nice journey. So
I think communication is sometimes an issue, and sometimes it's all you need to actually get to the finish line or to the end of your project. So I think that was really great advice on his end to help you communicate better, and I think that's how we have iPancreas now. So how can we talk about iPancreas when it comes to what made you pursue this project? Why did you go after this project? In the beginning of the interview, you mentioned you were going to go with something else completely.
Yes.
So what was your push towards it?
Okay, so the guys, or my partners, all of them have graduated. I'm the last one to graduate. Engineer Nida Al-Otaibi, engineer Abdul Muhsin Abdi, engineer Yusuf Lafzai, engineer Rahman Al-Ibrahim, who's the leader.
Yes.
All of them wanted the #1 prize, the top prize.
Right.
So in order to win the prize, we went to expos, engineering expos. Before the expo that we participated in, we asked questions to the students, to the projects, senior projects that were before us. And then we noticed that if you go into the medical field, your chances of winning get boosted.
Yes.
That's our observation of the expo.
Nice.
So we went with the iPancreas because health is everything.
Definitely.
Exactly. So we chose to go with the diabetes, especially type 1, because in Kuwait or globally, I believe there is 20% of people that suffer from diabetes in general. And then a portion of them suffer from type 1. Type 1 is, let's say, more difficult because the body does not, there's no insulin in the body.
Very unfortunate.
But type 2 could be recovered in a healthy lifestyle or maybe doing sports. So type 1, they use insulin dosing or they use pumps connected to their glucose monitor. So we adjusted that, we made it more automatic so the patient could live life in an easier way.
I think that's really great.
Yeah.
And as you said, it does help patients live a very easier life on their end, of course. So can we say that's how you choose which problems to solve?
Yes. We do not choose. Sometimes we do, but an engineer is a problem solver.
Right.
So whatever comes in his way, he should be able, they should be able to solve the problem.
Yes.
So in our case, it was diabetes, using machine learning or computer engineering in our application. We had hardware and software, too many features.
So it definitely depends. It's not always up to you what you're solving
not,
as an
especially
engineer.
in Kuwait University.
Yes,
it's not
for
always up
sure.
to us.
I can imagine. So as a technology expert, what advice would you give to aspiring computer engineers who are actually interested in using their skills to address real-world problems like you do?
I would like to talk to maybe the students in Kuwait University in general, and especially computer engineering or computer engineers in the university.
Yes.
So I'd like to say that you look at me now. After 1.5 years or 2 years, we are still talking about our senior project.
That's right.
So leave an impact, leave your fingerprint, because you have stayed there for maybe, let's say, a minimum of 4 years to a maximum of maybe 10 years. There are students who stay for 10 years. So this is a chance to prove yourself, to have good memories, to win the #1 prize or any other prize from KFAS.
Right.
So it's really nice to end, because the name speaks for itself. It's called capstone design. It's the cap of the whole journey of Kuwait University.
Of course, and I truly believe things are trial and error. I don't think anyone should give up. So I think you're a very great example when it comes to that. Finally, what's next for you in iPancreas, and are you working on anything new?
Okay, so I'd like to take this opportunity to thank engineer Nasser Ashkanani, because he worked on the Kuwait space rocket project with engineer Isa Boland, engineer Abdul Ghani, Mohammed Abdul Ghani, engineer also Basil Bahbahani, because they gave us the opportunity of, they actually asked us, how did you win, what did you do, and they went with their project. Also engineer Hassan Shamsuddin, engineer Hassan Al-Mutawwa, engineer Hamad Al-Alawi, engineer Wadha, they worked on the Sea Explorer project.
Yes.
So one time we work to the space, and one time we work to the sea. So the next project actually is a computer engineering project with engineer inshallah Ali Al-Arbash, engineer Abdullah Shahar, engineer Saud Al-Zamil, engineer Abdul Wahab Al-Faris, and engineer Abdul Aziz Rabi'a. Yes, they are working currently on this project, so stay tuned in the next expo.
Perfect.
Inshallah.
Thank you very much, Ali. And thank you for explaining AI in healthcare to us. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Dear viewers, we had with us Ali Dashti, computer engineer, and up next we have a report, and we'll be right back.
I'm here to present a workshop organized by a young public authority about effective relationships. Our workshop is aimed to empower the young individuals to have the essential skills to build and maintain a healthy and meaningful relationships. This workshop will have an powerful and interactive exercises, practical activities to have the skills that we need to build a life worth living. We hope that at the end of this workshop, the participants will have the skills to establish the life that they want to have and enhance their lives with the relationships that help them in their professional and personal lives.
We'd like to welcome you today to our seminar, which includes a talk about active social relations. It's one of our many activities in which we would discuss social relations from a psychological and social standpoint. And we hope that the attendees will have a wonderful time and gain experience from the seminar. Thank you so much.
Dear viewers, welcome back to the studios of Hala Kuwait for a final time this evening. Unfortunately, we have reached the end of our episode, and I hope you enjoyed all of our segments. And Mohammed, I definitely enjoyed hosting with you.
It's always my pleasure co-hosting with you, Rita, and the viewers. Do not forget to enjoy your weekend. Such a lovely weather, and I wish you a very lovely night.
Good night.